Hello. I can't see how to flip this camera around to show you my face. Oh yes, I can. Haha. Hello, Jani here. I'm actually up in the office, or I have been, and I'm just going down to get coffee. And I thought I would say hi and let you see the art house. If you're watching this, it means you're not here. So let's see what's things going on.
I'll call you when I've landed, lying in my hotel bed when I'm all alone, wishing I was home. I know the days will fly by, I'll be back in a blink of an eye, like you always said. Nothing's gonna change, and I know this isn't good timing. Got my car and it's waiting outside, but I don't wanna think about it, 'cause right now I'm all yours. So kiss me like you're trying to hold on. 20 more minutes, I'm out the door. So give me one more, won't forget this. I'm gonna leave you so breathless. Feels like forever, 'cause then I'm gone. Give me one more kiss. It's not enough. One more second of our love is all I need before I leave. 'Cause I don't wanna think about it, no. 'Cause right now I'm all yours. Kiss me like you're trying to hold on. 20 more minutes, I'm out the door. So give me one more, won't forget this. I'm gonna leave you so breathless. Feels like forever, 'cause then I'm gone. So give me one more, goodbye. Bye, bye, bye. Give me one more, goodbye.
Can I have a coffee for my mum, please, and one for me? Which one does she have? Black coffee, please, and one for me. Black coffee, 2 sugars, both of them. Thank you. I'm going to go to the cellar quickly to say hi to the people. Hello. Okay, that was cool. That was a real art house moment. Well, I'm all emotion. Yeah, they were some musicians that phoned up yesterday and said, can we come and play a couple of songs in your cafe tomorrow? And we were like, yeah, sure. So, yeah, which is kind of the sort of thing that happens here. So I just thought I'd share a little bit of the atmosphere. It's really nice and busy here today. It's chucking it down with rain, blowing a hoolie out there. And we're doing our thing. We've got the lunches on the go, got the cakes on the go. We've got a group hiring the space tonight, I believe, so we haven't got anything specific on tonight, but we have got music on tomorrow night. Open all weekend. A poor network connection. It doesn't like me being down in the cellar. I will sit on the stairs. That's better. Yeah, so we've just agreed to do that. And it's Friday, so I'm shouting about our Patreon because it's Friday, and that's the day that we've set aside to do it, so we're not going on at you about it all the time. Because, you know, fundraisers are absolutely part of what we do, part of our business model, part of how we've always kept going. But we don't want to be going on about them every day. We want to be able to be sharing cool stuff that is happening here, and ideas and uplifting voices, marginalised voices on our page as much as we can, because we've got quite a lot of followers now. But I am going to mention the Patreon because it's Friday. I think it's Friday. Is it Friday? Someone tell me if it isn't. It'd be hilarious if it's not. I do tend to lose track when you work most days, but yeah, no, it is Friday. So yeah, I'm going to pop the Patreon link. We have a Patreon community. We've gone over our first $100. We have quite an ambitious target to cover our rent, rates and utilities with donations monthly. The reason for that is, although the cafe is lovely and busy right now, the cafe is not always lovely and busy, and catering is by nature a business that's really up and down. It's got more so as there's more and more other places opened up around here, which has created a lovely, vibrant community. But you can really hear people walking up and down those stairs. It's created a lovely, vibrant space around us. But you know, it means that when there's a large event in the Guildhall Square, we used to be absolutely packed and take a really large amount, and now obviously that's spread out over all the other places that are around us. So the cafe model it's worked for us. We've been going 11 years and it has worked, but we have done fundraisers every year as well. We receive no funding from Arts Council or anything like that. We have very small amounts of funding for individual projects, but we don't get like money coming in every week or month to pay our bills. Everything has to come through the cafe, and things like snow days, elections, our revenue is halved the week after the last election. Just people weren't coming out. I don't know, there's so many factors out there that affect a catering business. So the Patreon community is there because going forward we really need to know that our bills are paid every month, so that we can plan ahead, so that we can take risks, so that we can say yes to random musicians we've never heard. Yeah, come play in the cafe. You know, we can do all of those things. When you're a commercial business, you are just chasing the money all the time. And even then that doesn't work. Cafes go under all the time. I mean, you know, we feel sick every time we see another venue or cafe go under, because it is such a high risk business that we're in. And we are a community hub primarily. We're funded by the food and drink sales, but that's not why we're here. I mean, we express our values through the food and drink. Food and drink brings people together. It's an art form in itself. But we're here for what you just saw, the music and the art on the walls and the community and the people meeting up and being used by activist groups and community groups to meet, somewhere for people to get together. It's so valuable to have somewhere to come and meet. You know, not everyone's house is big enough. We couldn't, you know, you need communal space, you need common place, and that's what we are. So I'm going to pop the Patreon link in. I'm going to ask you, if you're watching, if you love what we do, just consider joining our Patreon community. Lots and lots of people are joining for the lowest tier of $2.50, which is about £2. Sorry, it's in dollars. That's Patreon for you, but admin wise it makes so much sense for us to use Patreon. But there are other ways to support us if you don't want to do it that way. If the dollars, I get it that paying things in dollars is a bit odd. So if you're not comfortable to, I mean, we have put the approximate exchange rate next to each tier. I support artists on Patreon, and it comes out every month, and it's a really lovely way of supporting things that you believe in. And our lowest tier is $2.50, which is it's about £2, we have about 14,000 likes on this Facebook page. If everyone did that, it wouldn't matter if the cafe our artist projects. I mean, we have big dreams, people, big dreams. There's so many things we want to be able to do. So this is why we've launched the Patreon. This is why we're going to be talking about it every Friday till we get to that really high target. I just believe we can do it. I know what we're doing is important to our city. I think it's important wider than our city. We have supporters who live in other countries who just really love what we do, resonate with it, and you know, we're modelling a different way of doing stuff, because the current system, don't know if you've noticed, but it's not working that well for most people, and it's doing bad things to the environment, and there's a lot of injustice and inequality, and it's not nice. And we, in our little way, want to be a practical example of how we could do things differently. Not just green capitalism, not just not having plastic straws. I mean, and a huge amount of risk, and that's why we are asking people to support us, to give us a vote of confidence, because also it's scary, I'm not going to lie, doing this completely new thing that's not really been done before. There's not many models for it out there. There's not many other people to talk to and go, hey, how do you do this? So the money's helpful. Like, I can go and pay some bills. I've got to pay a big bill in a minute. Kind of putting it off. Procrastinating. Waiting for more money to come in on PayPal. We'll put a donation link if you want to help make my day. It's not just about the money, though the money is practically just instantly helpful. I mean, when you donate to us, it will that day go to something essential. There's no advertising costs, and you know, I remember one charity a friend of mine worked for, they had like a 2-week retreat in the Bahamas. I was like, what? And I've never given to that charity again. I mean, it's great and all, but you know, it didn't feel like that's what I was giving them money for. Hi, Amy. So you know, when you donate money to us, and we're very clear on our Patreon, it is literally going to the rent, so that this here building here, so we're allowed to stay here because our landlord's funny like that. If we don't pay the rent, we can't stay. Council tax,